Okay, howdy ho, everybody. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. More Cataclysm time. So, yesterday I cleansed my palate with a little bit of Minecraft. It's good and tasty time. A little frustrating, but that's normal for that RLcraft mod. But yeah, we're back to some Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Continuing our Drunk Ninja Gardener. Yeah, that's it. Drunk Ninja Gardener challenge. So this will be our third night, third stream for the Drunk Ninja Gardener. His name is Grasshopper the Third, and we got a bit of a handle on things. Come on, headset. We got a bit of a handle on things. So I think, if I remember right, when we left off on Monday, we were about to make the move. I've identified the building we're going to go to, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and make the move. Get our gear over there and try to set up a base near the nameplate. We'll show you that here in a second. So that's going to be fun. So we'll see what we can do. We are still in really big danger. A lot of nasties out there, but I want to get away from the blobpocalypse. Hopefully it's far enough away that they don't follow me up there. But somehow we've managed to see signs, at least, of the nasties from the collapsed towers all the way down here in my location. We're like 10 or 12 tiles away, over map tiles. So I'm not sure how they managed to move outside the reality bubble. But somehow they're making noise in the area. Hopefully I didn't update my build again. I'm kind of holding off on updating the build until we end this particular challenge. And we had some slowdowns really make me grind my teeth. So we'll see how much more I can put up with of that. Especially as we head even further into the middle of the city. I'm hoping it's area specific. And if we move and then I depopulate the area by just clear cropping every zombie in the area of the reality bubble, we can get enough of a speed up that we'll be able to do things. So we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Let's do a review. So standard stats, nothing big there. We're still suffering from our cold. We've had the common cold for a little over a week, I believe. Maybe exactly a week, something like that. But the cold is still with us. Going to be with us for a while longer still, unfortunately. God, I hate the common cold in Cataclysm. It is such a hammering negative, especially... I mean, I don't play long games, so I can't really say how many times you might catch the cold, but I always seem to get it within the first few days of a challenge lately, and it's becoming really irritating. It does pretty severely handicap the character. So yeah, skill-wise, we're making a little bit of progress. We've got our light survivor gear on, we got our tailoring and our fab pushed up, so we managed to get some light survivor gear. We're pretty well sorted on our carry gear. Just about sorted on our final weaponry. I do want to try to hit some more hunting stores if we can get to them. Get some more arrows stored up of the good kind, and use the bow as much as I possibly can. I'm trying to eschew using guns. If I can manage to get through the challenge without firing a gun, I will be happy. I will be job complete. We're trying to adhere to the ninja way and just use our soon-to-be-built quarterstaff, our blade, and our bow. We'll see if we can hold to that, though, especially as time goes by and evolution kicks in more and more, and we start to get some tougher stuff. I don't know if these weapons are going to work against Kevlar Hulks or things like that, so we'll see how we do with that, though, as time goes by. We'll adapt. We'll overcome. But we're in pretty good condition now. We are in Perceptive Healer, so... that's always a challenge, especially right now with the really slow time periods going by. Every time we try to sleep, craft, or read. But yeah, so there's the character. Drunk, Fleet, Night Vision, Self-Defense, Ninja, of course. And then Imperceptive Healer is the only real negative. Fast and tab and nearsighted are no big deal. So yeah, let's take a look at the map. There's our mega city. We're currently hanging out right here in the hunting store. Our plan is to move right to there. That gun shop right there. So we're going to be heading to this location. It's a pretty good gun store. It's one of the gunsmith gun stores. It's got strong walls and bars on the windows. Pretty big layout, as well as an upper floor with an enclosed room that we can use for our primary hangout area. So it'll get us up a floor away from the smelly zombies. Unless big things come start knocking walls down and collapse the building under us, that would be pretty cool too. I'd be okay with that result if we get swarmed. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up right here. And I found it hilarious afterwards because we just went to the effort of moving a bunch of gear from up here all the way back to our current base. Now we're just going to take it right back again. But that's the plan. My early thought was to try to set up a base right close to the nameplate. So we're only 2 spaces away from the nameplate. So that's good enough for me. We'll consider that just fine. It's one of the better buildings in the area for that. But we are going to be in even closer proximity to the collapse tower. So at some point, we are going to butt heads with the denizens of the collapse tower. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're in for a treat, because we're gonna fight them, and they're probably gonna kill me. But that'll be fine. I have yet to actually encounter these guys during a live stream. I've done a few drive-bys, and we've waved at a few of the critters as we drove by, but we've never actually tried to fight them. So I'm kind of interested in what's going on over there. But my goal is to try to clear out the entire reality bubble of enemies over time. Just keep thinning them and thinning them and thinning them. The issue, though, is if you know how wander spawns work, the nameplate is a magnet for wander spawns. When the wander spawn indicator is told to move, it rolls dice. 50% of the time, it moves towards the nameplate, and 50% of the time, it moves randomly, which could also be towards the nameplate. So, as time passes, this area gets really, really nasty congested. And I think that's going to make things stupid hard, interesting, horrifying, short-lived. We'll find out. But first, we got to actually survive to get up there. Good news is we have a vehicle of sorts. Seems to still be working. We got a couple of trunks we can dump some stuff into. Still going to probably take us a couple of trips. And we have a bicycle. I may or may not come back for the bike. We'll see. But we've got a fairly clear route. We just take the little open pathway up here to the street. Come across, go up, come across, and we're right there. So I don't know what this street looks like as we're going to try to drive it, but we'll just deal with it as we have to. And then we'll try to get set up. Worst case, I want to at least get all my gear upstairs into that upper area. And from there, we'll start figuring things out. One nightmare of this build is the character, especially with the cold, is not very smart. 6 intelligence, sometimes dips to 5, depending on circumstances. That is tough reading and skilling up territory there. No fast reader trait. With a cold, coughing constantly, and low intelligence, that, and time cycling slowly, is compounding to make Vorm a grumpy boy. Every time I try to read a book, I just sit here and I'm annoyed because the time passing so slowly, combined with only getting 1% increase per chapter, some of which are taking half an hour. Oh my god, it takes so long to skill this guy up. And we need to get him to at least the point where he can do a decent amount of the metalworking stuff, so we can get an anvil put together, and our fab is already about high enough to do all that. But any of the other skills that I want to do, oh man, we're not going for any kind of mutation stuff this run. We're not going to go for any kind of cybernetics this run. We are a pure blood, pure true, chaotic, neutral, whatever, assassin ninja in the make-believe zombie Cataclysm. So there you go. None of that fancy stuff for us. We're just going to keep it easy, partly by necessity. But that still means we got a ways to go. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything fancy with electronics, so I'm not too worried about raising electronics. Survival also, nothing really necessary there. Computers has 1 or 2 good uses, but in a mega city, I think the only thing I can think of that is going to be useful for that is walking into doctors' offices' vaults, the computer log vaults. Other than that, and even then, the doc's offices aren't going to have much different than the pharmacies, and we've already got just piles and piles of pounds of farm medical gear, so from the pharmacies. So I'm not really sure I care about the computer stat either. Driving's irrelevant. First aid has a descending benefit towards the health boost for bandaging. We're already up to good status on bandaging. It can go up further, but your returns get less and less. So 3 or 4 is fine. Mechanics is the one we're going to be missing. I do want to put together my Mega City motorcycle. That's going to be our vehicle of choice this run. Anytime I do my Mega City challenges, I do prefer my Mega City motorcycle. Makes traveling around so much easier. Swimming, I don't care. Trapping, I don't care. And then, of course, the weaponry stuff, which will just level super slow, mostly on its own. So, yeah, I think maybe mechanics, and that's it. Maybe another partial point of fab, but we'll get that as we do things. So I think I'll be focusing on mechanics and first aid for a while. That's the plan, though. But here we are in our little base. It's been good to us. We got into it using an alternate entry method known as smash car into wall. You know, that expedited entry method. We didn't have to pick a lock or anything because it wasn't conducive. It wasn't something that was going to be able to be done at the time. So we just made our own entrance and didn't harm the vehicle at all because of wonky physics in Cataclysm. And nothing has wandered in, even though we've had a gap here and just a couple of wooden doors. We've been perfectly safe. So I recommend it. Try to get to the interior of the building. That's why I'm kind of huddled up right in this area doing my stuff. And our scent cloud isn't going far enough. Our noise we're making isn't going far enough to really attract much. The only problem we've had in this area is the blob-pocalypse. Blob-pocalypse. It's just wall-to-wall blobs. All over the place blobs. And if you've ever been in a Mega City type of challenge run, you know what I'm talking about. If you see a single blob, if you don't kill it immediately, all of a sudden you're going to have a million blobs. Because they just absorb and split, absorb and split, absorb and split, and pretty soon it's blobs everywhere. And we had that really wacky episode at the beginning of Monday's stream where all the blobs could see me from long, long range away and were all sprinting at me at top speed. It was ridiculous. Then we slept, and then everything was back to normal again. I still don't know what happened there. It was bizarre. It was definitely broken behavior, but they settled down, and it went back to the way it's supposed to be. So, here's our character. We're outfitted pretty well. We just, pretty much at the end of last episode, finished getting all this sorted. We're basically in just light survivor gear all the way down. I think I got it all built. We've got the flame suit on. We've got the survivor suit. We've got the mask, the boots and the gloves, earplugs, the firefighter belt with the ice axe for the prying ability. My hiking backpack, which is still my preference. Easy to drop, carries plenty. Simple to shrug off just one carrying item and go into fight mode. Yeah, so we're pretty well outfitted here. We haven't really tested it yet in some hardcore combat to see just how protective it is. We're going to be a few points shy of complete protection against the low-level zombies, but hopefully our dodging and our killing stuff fast is going to offset that. We do have a compound bow we got in the hunting store, and we got a couple of arrows, but we need more. we need to hit sporting goods stores and hunting stores looking for more arrows. Because making new arrows of these types takes metalworking, which I'm not close to being able to do yet. We also would like to hit a craft shop for the remaining metalworking tools, so I don't have to craft them myself. So that's kind of the plan, but the star of the episode on Monday was right there. that right there. Star of the episode, easily. Just random find in a house basement. Just sitting on a shelf. Well, I guess not totally random. We found it in an electronics basement. So it's a basement that looks like a workshop for an amateur electronics enthusiast. All sorts of electronics parts wearing around and all that. Yeah, I don't have no socks. No flame socks. But yeah, so it was kind of an electronics specialist basement. So maybe the atomic reading light has a higher occurrence rate there. But it's not like you can plan to go visit a specific basement. There's so many now that it's still going to be exceedingly rare, but it's the star. Perfect bright light lasts effectively forever. Lasts for easily the life range of the character. And we got almost all the other tools. I can't think of anything we're missing at this point. We got the stethoscope, we got the scalpel, so we don't need any of the doctor's office stuff. Flashlights are never a big deal. We got the light amp goggles, which are helping out tremendously, of course, and we've got all the drugs we might ever want. So, yeah, now I think I have to decide. Let's see, it's nighttime, we're not tired, we're full and hydrated. It's probably about time I need to sort my pile of crap into the going with me pile and staying home pile, seeing how big it is and how many trips this is going to take. Yeah, alright, let me check through chat real quick, and then we'll get rolling on this. Yeah, the Mega City stuff isn't for the faint of heart. You gotta have some pretty thick skin. You're gonna die a lot. I mean, I die a lot. And I know one or two things about how to play the game. It can be really challenging, especially if you dial up difficulties in various ways. For this particular one, the only difficulty I changed was the zombies have 50% more hit points. So we have zombie resilience at 150%. So they're tougher. I didn't increase the number of zombies. I've been playing around with toughness and speed of zombies lately for the difficulty, as opposed to just piling more and more zombies into the game. But beyond that, it's pretty much default settings. Yeah, I think somebody mentioned about mods, and yeah, I'm just playing almost pure vanilla. Actually, this one is pure vanilla. I even turned off Magicalism for this one. So, pure vanilla. Good times. What else? Either Ghost Echo. Oh, the section you saw is only a small portion. I think we've got a bigger megacity even to the northwest. Yeah, true, and the blobs also split when they're struck. It's just a nightmare when the blobs start to multiply. Take my word for it. We've had it happen a number of times. Sometimes pretty funnily. I remember one, was it my Drunk Master Mutant series, where we holed up in a bank vault for an evening. We didn't have any blobs around that we knew about. We holed up in a bank vault for an evening just because of timing. And when we left in the morning, it was just blobs to the horizon. It was just the whole bank and everywhere around it was just blobs. It was pretty weird. Camera lighting just changed on me. Seemed to grayscale me a bit there. That seems weird. I think I'm having camera problems again. But yeah, so I think I'm all caught up on chat. Let's go ahead and get things sorted out. So we've got a really big pile of stuff sitting right there. Nothing over here I care about. We've got our water supply, our raw water, and our clean water, our jackhammer. So yeah, let's just do a quick sort of gear. We'll go from here to there, and it's going to be everything I do need to take with me. I definitely don't need an M249. I had never seen this weapon before, and it's much better than the M4, so I was impressed, and we're taking it. It's better stats in every way than the standard M4 model. We just recently got it, and it's only for emergency because we're trying not to use guns, but we're gonna keep it just in case we need to backtrack on that wish. So we'll take that. We'll take the refill. Take the welding tank. Take the ammo and the ammo and definitely the ammo. All right. Yes. I don't need candles anymore. I don't need electric lanterns. I need one digging tool. Don't need the filter mask. We've got all these kits now. Gunsmith repair kit, firearm repair kit. Shall we take them all? Yeah, we might as well. Gotta take the engine crane, hand drill. Still can't believe none of the tool sets have hand drills or drills of any kind in them. And if you want to install a 60-liter tank in a vehicle, you gotta go scurry around looking for a drill because you forgot all about them. Maybe, don't care, maybe need one, gotta have one of those. Oops. So two. No. Carrying one with me? Sure. Yes. I'm gonna leave the toolbox behind now that we've got firearm and engine or gunsmith repair kits. That we just need to unload. We'll do a battery check before we take off. Wood axe and wood saw. Alright. Yes, just in case. Now that we're in our gear, I don't really need almost any of this stuff. Ooh, we do have welding goggles. I thought didn't I have a problem with needing goggles? Because I thought I used it because I made something. Now I'm confused. Alright, all the food's going. All the medicine's going. Oh, ye old book supply. Always a joy to transport this nonsense. Yeah, might as well. Never gonna get a control laptop put together, so I don't care. We'll be able to get raw materials up there. We'll grab the wire and the duct tape, which is heavy battery. I'll need a little bit of Kevlar for repairs on occasion. Same with leather. Good old Lycra for my Zente suit. How about we just take 20 Nomex? We'll be able to source more, most likely. Don't need pipes or planks. Yeah, we might actually need rags, because I don't think there's any sleeping spots in there. Alright, just about done. Odd stuff. Yeah, I can source all that stuff. Take a backup of each of those and leave the rest, I think. Actually, we just have a hood. We don't have a helmet yet. We'll take that. And I don't like the arm encumbrance. We're going to go without the arm guards. I'm not sold on the blocking ability being worth the encumbrance that the arm guards provide. Alright, so that's the pile. If we put the jackhammer in the pile, what do we got? 195. See? Barely more than one trunk worth. So we can load the vehicle up in one trip with just that, assuming I leave behind my 6-liter tanks. I can easily source more if the area is clear, but it's probably not gonna be clear. Yeah, we'll load up what we can. Alright, so we got all the gear set. Let's, I think we've got our earplugs in. Let's check the local area and see if we need to do any clearance before we try to load the vehicle up. I'm also going to want to flip the vehicle around so the trunk is against the wall so I can load it without having anything. I can't quite do it without anything getting to it, but you know what I mean. Alright, give me my Survivor machete. Oh yes, I forgot. We got the Survivor machete. Oh, wait, no. Oh, all you guys that told me to make the Survivor machete, you did not realize it's not on the list for valid ninjutsu weapons. Somebody go fix that. That's just wrong. Hey, camera. It still looks like it went semi-monochrome to me. Is it just me? Am I just crazy? Alright, whatever. Yeah, that makes it so I can't really use it. All we did was wrap some duct tape around it, literally. It's the only thing in the recipe it needed. So, there's the machete. Don't worry about building it, we had found one. But look what you need to make a Survivor machete. A little bit of solder and some duct tape. That's it. And your existing machete. So we added solder and duct tape, and now I can't use it for ninjutsu. Uh-oh, Trumpet Dog wants the hat back on. Is that going to fix my camera issue? There you go. Diavanesco Chapeau. Hat back on. So yeah, this sucks because now I'm going to miss out on the Rapid Strike. That's what the Survivor machete gets over the standard machete. You do a little bit of solder, some duct tape, and all of a sudden you gain Rapid Strike ability. All the other stats are the same. But yeah, alright, somebody make a note. Did somebody make a note? Survivor machete needs to be added to the ninjutsu. Martial art. Hey now. Hey now. Go easy on the hat on, hat off stuff. And realize that Vorm versus Viewers event is in 2 days on Friday. We'll do that. Trying to build a bed in the shelter basement and it's too dark? Get a light? There's no alternative. What are your options? I don't know what you have available to you. I mean, it depends on so many things. If you already have the skills, you can look into a campfire drill to be able to make some light. You can't move the bed. You can't build the bed above and move it or anything like that. So you got to get light of some kind. So if you can't raid a town, get to a town, any kind of a house, and go to the kitchen. And usually there's candles in the kitchen, and matches, and or lighter. So that's pretty much your option. You either gotta find a way of making your own light, and the only ways you can do that early game is to get a little bit of survival skill and get the campfire drill, and or go raid a town, go raid a house, and try to get stuff from the house. Nah, not so much campfire, but you can make a brazier pretty easily. It depends on which shelter you get nowadays. If you get one of the ruined shelters that don't have the curtains and stuff, it's a lot harder to make the early tools and stuff. But if you disassemble, like I said, it's so variable. I could spend 15 minutes talking about it, and I'm not gonna. But you got to get fire down there, or you got to get light of some kind. There's no other way to do it. If you have fire making ability, then you want to make a brazier. Brazier will safely contain fires, just like an oven does. So make a brazier, deploy it downstairs where near where you want your bed. Put a little wood on it, light it up. That'll get you your light, and then build the bed. If you don't have fire making ability, that's when you want to go for the campfire drill. But it takes a while if you don't start with the skills necessary. This is what I mean. Campfire drill takes survival 2. Which isn't hard to get, but it does take some time to put survival 2 together. The way to do it, though, is to go examine bushes in the forest until you get to survival 1. Then go back inside and make, what is it? There's a recipe that you make. I forget now. It's wood shavings or tinder, I think. Yeah, it's tinder. Then just go craft tinder. All you need is planks or rags or splinters of wood or paper. You can make it out of just about anything, and it only takes a minute, so you'll very, very quickly get from survival 1 to survival 2. So just go hug bushes for survival 1, and then go make some tinder for survival 2. Then you can easily craft a campfire drill, and that'll get you your fire making capabilities. Preferably do that in combination with a brazier, and the trick to that is to dismantle a locker instead of smashing it to get the sheet metal that you're going to need. And to dismantle, you need the screwdriver and the hammer, which, if you've got a shelter with the curtains, is easy to make. If you don't have a shelter with the curtains, it's a bit more difficult to make. So, as with all things Cataclysm, it depends. Alright, so what was I doing? I was griping about my Survivor Machete not being a valid ninjutsu weapon. I'm very sad. I was looking forward to using this thing, but it's useless to me. The gain of the Rapid Strike does not anywhere near compensate the loss of the ninjutsu abilities, so... And I've also lost my machete. We used the machete to make this, so... I'm of the opinion that I'm gonna throw this on the floor somewhere, and I'm gonna summon in a replacement machete, because this is some bullshit. This is some nonsense. This is an overlooked situation. Because it's my primary weapon. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, we're ditching the Survivor Machete. Come here, machete. Wield machete. And look, it is okay. So, yeah, a little bit weird. Let's take a look at the list. There's the list. And machete's on the list, but apparently survivor machete is not on the list. There's machete. But there is no survivor machete. Alright. And survivor machete is base game. As you noticed, I'm not running any mods, so it's not like it was an odd item or anything. So I'm not sure why it got left off. Alright, so we'll leave that. We'll just go with my base machete. Same plan. Let's go outside. Oh, it's not quite dark yet. Let's just wait a little bit. The good old deafening roar and the floor trembling. I don't know what that means. Oh, I left a light on. What light have I got on? Oh, I got my reading light on. I don't care. Go with the goggles. Back to our green screen. And take a look around. Spotted a Rottweiler. Do I care? Right way up there? Yeah, I care a bit. Come here, Rottweiler. I'm not drunk at the moment, so I gotta be a little cautious about these fights. And I'm also wearing my backpack. Damn it. He was already wounded. Who else we got? Oh, it's a chicken! Brown chickens! Get the backpack back on. And let's flip this bad boy around. How much gas do I got? 4.3. That should be plenty. That is not the direction I just told you to go, game. How the hell did I tap one button and I ended up on 36 miles per hour forward? Alright, game. Now we got us a nice little hole. Well, now I can block the entire way because I can wedge the back of the vehicle in just right to fit in the entire gap now instead of having that 3-wide gap that I couldn't guard against. I don't know how I managed to do that. I tapped one key and all of a sudden I was 36 miles per hour forward. How did it manage to do that with one key press? Not like I haven't driven a few miles in Cataclysm. I got a tiny bit of practice driving around in this game. We are lined up. Whoa, we're drifting. We're drifting. We're no longer lined up. Wheels aren't straight. Stop it. Pull into the side. Oh, somebody set the alarm off. That's going to draw attention to the area. Alright. Get this stuff out of the way. Stuff out of the way. So, we got a clean walk-in. We got a clean walk-in. Alright, so we can get to our trunk, no problem. Car's wedged in, so nothing can actually sneak around. It'll have to go through the car. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, the blob apocalypse. Ah, crap. I wasn't kidding, for anybody that hasn't been watching the series in the last couple of streams. That is nothing. That's just a teeny tiny little bit of blobs. The thing I have to wonder is, should I leave them alone or should I try to clear them out? Pretty focused, but by the time I move all my gear into the car, pretty easy clear if I get smashed, if I get drunk. But then when I start dragging my gear, I could end up having another group. So I think I'm. Plus, they won't actually bash the vehicle, so I think I'm gonna leave them alone. Yeah, let's just leave them alone. They might force me to come out and thin them if they actually surround the vehicle and I try to leave, but that's alright. Okay, so almost no time has gone by. Let's get our breath back. And yeah, we'll grab the rest of the stuff afterwards. Let's see how long it takes to drag a single... Actually, no. Stop hauling. Let's wear the duffel bag. And then, let's do this the schmert way. Sort by volume? Yeah. I'm going to pick these up directly, because otherwise that's 146 items that it's going to haul along the ground. So I want to pick up as much as of the low volume, low weight stuff as I can. It'll speed up the ground hauling process tremendously. So we're going to pick all those up. I'm still underweight and under volume, so that's great. Then give me the... Ooh, these are going to be a little rough. That's going to be some weight. What else we got? Anything else in high volume? String. Short string. That's pretty much it. Alright, start at the bottom. We'll just start grabbing stuff until we're full volume. Alright, destination full. There we go. Now we'll be able to drag a lot faster. 2205, 2206. Yeah, 1 minute per space. That's reasonable. How about we put our earplugs back in so we stop having to respond to the stupid roar? Now, of course, we have blobs that we have to respond to. Alright, stop hauling. There we go. Got all our gear close. Next up, there to there. Sure. Don't really care what space it goes into right now. Excuse me? Did I really pick up that much stuff? Oh, I guess I did. I had 90 capacity. I didn't realize I picked up quite that much. Actually, if I keep this in my inventory, then I've got the other space that we could put the two 60-liter tanks into, with still a little bit to spare. I am how overweight? Very overweight. How much space is left in this? Still got 60. Alright. Sort by category again. Hoping I can get down to a comfortable weight. Sure, 33 is fine. Alright, so we got the first full. We're just barely overweight, but we'll have enough room left over to deal with that. Plus, I've got the car seats I can drop stuff into for 25 each. And that gets me down below. Cool. What are we looking at? 160 water still? Alright, drag you out of here. And you. So I got both my 60-liter tanks. I'll take my bedding stuff, and we're good, I think. Don't care about this pile. I probably should take down my brazier. Alright, give me my blankets, give me my sleeping bag and my pillow. And we'll drop pillow. Yeah, I guess that doesn't matter because we're moving it inside anyway. Sleeping bag's too big. Ah, stupid leather seat and stupid blanket. Alright, I'm inventory 25 liters. The blanket is, oh crap, the blanket's 31? Holy crap, how did I not notice that? Stupid downfill blanket! Alright, I'm never gonna grab one of those again. Will I be streaming this Friday's VVV same time as today? Yep. Yeah, my Cataclysm schedule hasn't changed in like a year and a half. It's been Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. my local time. Where the confusion occurs is where I'm at, we have daylight savings time, so the hour shifts forward and backward once a year. And that causes a little bit of confusion when it happens. But otherwise, yes, it'll be this time minus 42 minutes. So we'll be starting on Friday 42 minutes earlier than now. That's 4 p.m. my time. Alright, yeah, I'm not happy with the stupid downfill blanket being 31 volume. I didn't notice that. I think other blankets are a hell of a lot less volume. So 14 for that, and the pillow is 1, so the pillow can go no problem. And the sleeping bag can go, but not the downfill blanket. Yeah, that is a ridiculous volume on that thing. What do we got left? We got about 30. I could just about put it in that one other space, but nothing else. We'll keep the blanket in my inventory. We'll ditch the brazier. Sort by weight. Brazier. Peanut butter. Alright, gets me below the minimum weight, so my strength drops. Is that everything? I think that's everything. We'll have to make a new bed when we get over there, so I'll need to gather up some materials and or disassemble this one. I guess disassembling this one makes more sense. Make sure we have what we need there. Alright, so I got some rags. Anyway. Sure. Yeah. And we were out of planks anyway. I think that's it. I think we're all set. Why are the lockpicks so useless in this game? They're not useless. You just don't have any mechanic skill. At no mechanic skill, you are a big fumbly fingers idiot. So, you want lockpicks to be better? Get better mechanics. The good news is, no matter how bad you are at mechanics, you will always be able to get into a door. It just takes a lot of tries. You want to get into that gunsmith door? You will. Just bring about 20 lockpicks. Keep trying over and over again. You guaranteed will get in. I don't think I have ever tried to pick a lock that took more than 15. Usually, even at 0 mechanics, I succeed in the 5 to 8 range on average, I believe. But, yeah, I mean, hand the average real person some makeshift lock picks that you just smashed a locker for and put together. And go try to pick a lock. See how much success you have. People keep talking to me about this locksmith kit. Here's the thing. The locksmith kit is a useless answer to give people. A. Do you know how many locksmith kits I have seen in 3,000 plus hours of Cataclysm play? Maybe 3. Maybe. 2 I remember, 1 I might have been dreaming or hallucinating. Maybe 3 times I've seen that stupid item. Now, when I have actually seen the item and I tried to use it, it broke by the 3rd door. It totally broke. Yes, I know you can repair it. That is a useless goddamn function. Who's going to carry around a stupid lockpick that you have to fix with a welder when you could just make some locksmiths pick or locks picks and do the same door in almost less effort? I mean, that locksmith kit is so stupid. It is ridiculously rare. It's one of the rarest damn items in the game. And even if you do get it, functionally, it's irrelevant. It gives you no big advantage. It has durable in the description. Bull crap. I've had them break in 1 door without getting that door open before. So, yeah. I just love it when people bring up that locksmith kit. Thing's stupid. Stupid rare. Stupid flimsy. And then you need a welder to fix it. Yeah, you find them when you're looking out for them. You playing on 10 times spawn rate for items? Because I don't care what you're talking about. I don't believe you. I literally have thousands of hours on screen of Cataclysm, and they're not showing up. I don't think anybody that's in my audience can probably name the last time I actually saw one on camera, and I play a ridiculous amount of Cataclysm. So, I don't believe you. Or you're the luckiest damn person in the universe. Because those things are not showing up commonly. Let's go ahead and drive. But my point stands. Even if you get the thing, so what? What does that gain to you exactly? It's durable. Ooh, it still breaks within 2 or 3 doors. Now, at higher skills, of course not, but neither would the makeshift lockpicks, so that's a wash. I think it has a higher success rate, but not enough to warrant bothering to carry the thing around. I mean, if makeshift lockpicks had some negative to carrying a fistful, maybe, but when all it's going to do is save you half a dozen key presses, who cares? Not that many locks that you're actually having to pick once you get past the early part of the game anyway. You're either pry barring your way in, or you've got other methods of entry, and or you slaughter everything in the area and you don't care if it takes a little bit of time. So the actual gameplay circumstances where, oh my god, I sure am glad I have this locksmith kit instead of these 30 makeshift locksmith kit or makeshift lockpicks. It doesn't exist. The real world, the real game consequences to having it as a benefit, it's not there. Let's drive. We got a full moon. This is a good time for us to get moving. Alright. Goodbye, blobs. Please be gone forever. Please be gone forever. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm serious when I say I think I've only found that locksmith repair kit. I can only confirm twice. I have memories of twice. I suspect maybe I saw one a 3rd time and just went, yeah, that's nice, and just kept on walking. It just wasn't worth the effort to pick up. The benefits are just nowhere near the bother. Hey! There's a few blobs. I'm tempted to drive down here just so we can see the blobs, but I'm worried about the car getting surrounded. Really worried. Cockroaches! Cockroaches! Wow, we're almost there already. I'm worried we're not far enough. I think the blobs are going to catch me. Alright, so here's our home, theoretically. We've got a nice couple of military vehicles right out front that we can scavenge for all the parts we're going to need for our Mega City motorcycle. Now the question actually I have... Ooh, that is a good question. Normally... I guess I could put it in there. Normally, I have an entrance for my vehicle. So when I set up in like a fire station, we've got the roll-up door that you can open and close. Or if you set up in the garage here, you've got the door you can open and close. So you can drive in your vehicle, close it, and then work on it in relative peace. With the Mega City motorcycle, it's actually only one tile wide, so I could use this door as an entrance. I would just have to line it up every time, but that's not that big a deal. Take me a few seconds to make sure it lines up, then I could just park it in here. I could set my metalworking, vehicle working stuff up in here. I don't want to use this as my primary crafting area, and I hate splitting them though. There's the stairs we're going to use to go upstairs into the main quote-unquote living working area. But I could smash all this up for raw materials and then park the bike in here, I guess. And I don't know what else I'd put down here. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, right now what we're going to do is I'm going to just back my car up right to here and have the trunk facing the door. We'll unload, haul it upstairs, and I'll sort this out later. We need to do a bit of a sweep. I want to clear the area so I don't conglomerate a huge horde of zombies around the building. So nice and clear so far. Whoops. At least we didn't suddenly move into 36 miles per hour in reverse. So, for newer players that may wonder why I park certain ways, when you park like this, you'll see me do it for labs. I've done it when I wanted to raid like a vehicle. So we have our car door here, and if I pull up next to the SWAT truck with my vehicle fully covering the side here, it acts kind of like an airlock. So zombies have to break their way through the exterior of the vehicle. Animals aren't allowed to break the exterior areas of the vehicle. So it basically seals it kind of like an airlock. And it prevents anything from coming and mess with you. Like right now, we got this thing coming. Zombie dog's coming over here to mess with me. But it won't be able to get through. And I can walk right into the building with no problem. So that's why I park certain ways, or I pull up to vehicles in certain ways. Especially for labs or for situations like this. Because I could just totally ignore him. The zombie dog's not going to hit this vehicle all that much. They really toned down the enemies bashing on vehicles. Nowadays, you can just about hop into a vehicle, close all the doors, and just sit there to recover your stamina and let them occasionally whack on it. But it takes quite a bit of time and or zombies to actually break into a vehicle nowadays. So take advantage of that for your intercity escape needs. We're going to go ahead and deal with this guy, though, right after I drop my backpack full of crap. We're also going to take out my earplugs. Where's zombie dog? 42 with a swift strike and 19. Alright, how's the alley looking? What do we got? Bat zombie. Wow, we actually have working drain pipes we can use for emergency escapes. So we were in this area earlier. Looks like we either led the zombies away or something else has been making enough noise to draw them away. I'm not sure which. This is weirdly unpopulated. Did I not update the stream number? I did not update the stream. There, it's all fixed. It is episode 3. What happened was I had to change the stream information yesterday when I streamed Minecraft, and then I just copied and pasted the stream 2 information in and forgot to fix that number 2 and change it to number 3. So many details, man. So many details to keep track of when you're streaming. Alright, so yeah, weirdly unpopulated. I'm going to take advantage of that. Let's go just ditch this first. So here's the area we're going to be using. This is what I'm envisioning as my primary workshop. Plenty of space. We'll just smash everything in here and set up. So we'll have our spaces to work and operate. We can... Oh, there's a drain pipe going up onto the roof of this. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. That didn't occur to me. You can actually get another level of bonus for your height when mapping by coming up to this level. Well, I'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't know all the buildings that have this as an option. You can actually kind of check by just moving the Z level up and seeing where there's a roof on certain Z levels, at least if you're in the area. But yeah, this would get you yet another layer of height. So when you were scanning around with your binoculars, or even if you don't have binoculars, you'll get the extra height bonus for your map distance. Well, yeah, if they have a second floor, they're going to have a third floor layer, but they don't all, I don't think, have... Climb down, please. I don't know that they all have these walk-around sections where the second floor is seamlessly integrated to the first... Well, no, you'd still have... I don't know, maybe that is the way it works. That just hadn't occurred to me before. Not going to worry about it right now. Alright, let's just drop our stuff right here for now. Keep the duffel bag for the moment. Keep that. Whoops, here I am running around with the active light again. That makes it even weirder. Stop it. I want the other thing on. Oh boy, that's going to take some time to sort through. That part's easy. Alright, I think that's the bulk of it. I'd be tempted. I'd really actually be tempted to set up here. I might have to think about setting up in this room instead of setting up upstairs. My worry is the upstairs is a little less a little more inconvenient because anytime you have to transition Z levels, it's a little bit icky. Depends on if you've got Z level feature turned on so you can haul up and down stairs. This one's a pretty short trip.